Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am the Twisted Jedi. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We have a few news articles that have been going around in regards to Jon Favreau's live action Star Wars TV show. So what I'm going to do is I found one of probably the most reliable sources to read that from, that being Screen Rant. And I'm going to go on there and read through the article, give you guys my thoughts on what it's like and what I think it's going to be like, what they have to say in the article, because I know it mentions the budget for the film. It also mentions when it could possibly be set in the Star Wars timeline, and also it could have what it will include or where it's going to be set. So I've quickly looked over the article already, but I'm going to go through a really detailed read this time, and I'm going to give you guys all my opinion on it. So if it looks like I'm kind of just staring weirdly at the screen, it is because I'm reading. So I will get into it now, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, smash a like on the video at the end, and also remember that my merch is now available. So if you want a Team Twisted t-shirt or hoodie, I will leave the link down in the description below so that you guys can check those out. Anyways, without dragging this out, let's check out the news article. The title says, Jon Favreau's Star Wars TV show will reportedly cost $100 million. Now, guys, right off the bat in the title, it says $100 million budget for his TV show. That is a lot of money for a TV show. It continues on and it keeps saying, Jon Favreau's live-action Star Wars TV series will reportedly have a budget of $100 million. Yep, we knew that. A major change is coming soon to a galaxy far, far away. After decades of live-action content on the big screen, Disney and Lucasfilm are bringing a live-action TV show to Disney's streaming service in the near future. Now, from memory, that's going to be the end of this year when that comes out. It says the series is being created by Favreau and he's quickly moving through various stages of development and pre-production. So I'm guessing that's going to be like casting and all the steps you take before you start filming. It also says, however, there isn't a lot of concrete information on the project at this time. Reports have pointed to the Star Wars series starting production this fall, but that's yet to be confirmed. They'll need a cast and crew before any of this gets going, but fans have long been wondering just how a live-action Star Wars series can be. Based on the latest batch of information, Disney doesn't plan on being cheap with it. Well, that's a good thing. We definitely don't want them being cheap. The New York Times reports Favreau's live-action Star Wars series has a $100 million budget, roughly. So, I mean, 100 million or roughly 100 million, it's still a lot of money. With the series set to feature 10 episodes, that gives Favreau around $10 million per episode. A budget of that size isn't common on TV, pointing to a huge scope or big-name talent, or both. So this budget also makes Favreau's series one of the largest productions for Disney's streaming service so far. The easiest competition for Favreau's series in terms of budget is HBO's Game of Thrones. So guys, they're already comparing the budget for Jon Favreau's TV show to Game of Thrones, which is probably one of the biggest live-action TV shows that has been in the last, 10 years or so. So that's awesome. It says the hit series of Game of Thrones has also $10 million per episode budget, allowing for massive sets, big stars, and more to be featured. Many were hoping this would be the route Disney would go with the first live-action Star Wars show, so this is going to be welcome news for many fans. With a budget equal to some Hollywood releases that are on the major side, Favreau's show hopefully will match the big screen feel of Star Wars. With the help of some noteworthy production designers, the early signs point to the series achieving this. As for what the series will actually be about, that is still unclear. Favreau confirmed the series takes place before The Force Awakens, but after Return of the Jedi. Okay guys, so that's probably the first bit of information that is like a big chunk of something that we wanted to know. So we know about the budget, we know about it's going to be $10 million per episode, but this is something really solid in the Star Wars universe. So The Force Awakens, after that, but before, after Return of the Jedi, but before The Force Awakens. I got my movie switched just then. Never mind me, it's early. Okay, I just woke up. But yeah, so this is what's going to happen. It's going to be before The Force Awakens, after Return of the Jedi. That's a cool time period. They haven't really explored that yet. And I feel like that's where they were headed with Star Wars Resistance. So I thought that was kind of going to be the only thing in that time slot that we were going to get. But it's really cool that they're planning to do this in live action as well. It says this will be one of the first instances of Star Wars exploring this time period, as I just said. Reportedly, the series will revolve around and take place on Mandalore. Okay, so we have our setting, apparently, reportedly. So nothing confirmed, but apparently it's going to take place on Mandalore, which could be really, really cool. That's such an awesome period of time, so hopefully that's where it's going. That's where it's going to be set. That would be awesome. There's potential for it to truly understand alone and maybe even feature characters from Star Wars Rebels or the Clone Wars in a new setting. Fans would undoubtedly be excited if Sabine Wren makes an appearance in any way, which is certainly in the cards. It all depends on how connected the show is going to be compared to the larger universe at hand. Based on its budget, Favreau should have the resources to do whatever he wants. And then it finishes off by saying Jon Favreau's live-action Star Wars TV series is expected to debut on Disney's streaming service in 2019. So guys, the main bulk of that article is basically the budget, so $100 million and $10 million per episode. That's big time. Like, that's online with Game of Thrones, so that's a big point. He's going to have a lot of money to play with and make it the way he wants it. And I have good faith in his judgment that he will make a good TV series. So, secondly, after Return of the Jedi, before The Force Awakens. So a new period in the Star Wars universe that we haven't seen yet. It's brand new to be explored. You know, it could bring characters in from Return of the Jedi or our favorites, you know, Leia, Han, maybe even Luke before he runs away. That would be insane to see some cool stuff about that. But I don't think that lines up. I'm pretty sure Luke's gone by that point. So if it's 7 years after Return of the Jedi, then yeah, that's going to be not when he's around. But anyways, keeping on going, you could get the other side of it. Like they said, they could get Rebels or Clone Wars characters. So you could bring Sabine back. Obviously, being set on Mandalore was the third point that we found. So if Sabine could be included, that'd be really cool because I know a lot of fans like her character. We saw her with Ahsoka at the end of Star Wars Rebels. So, I mean, we don't really know what's going to happen here. It could bring in some of those characters. That would be cool, but I don't know how they'd go in live action. Hopefully really cool, because Mandalorians, like, take Boba Fett, Jango Fett, take those guys, for example. They look sick in live action. So you put Sabine in a live action setting, that's going to be awesome. So, and then again, the third main point, Mandalore. I can't stress that enough. Mandalore is really going to be a cool setting if that's where they decide to do it. So, all the pictures have, you know, on this article, there's like Jon Favreau with a picture of a Mandalorian behind him. Then there's a town that looks like Mandalore. So it's all pointing to that. So hopefully that's where it's set, because that would be really cool. But other than that, that's pretty much all we have at the moment from this article. So I'm going to get out of here, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this video. What you think of the news that Jon Favreau's got $100 million to play with for 10 episodes. I have a lot of excitement for this. It has unlimited potential with that much money. So this could be really cool. Anyways, if you are new as well, be sure to subscribe, because I will have the latest updates on this news, as well as everything Battlefront 2 in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next one, and may the Force be with you always.